Okay, so I got Starbucks and I'm in my car and we're just gonna have a little chat today because I don't feel like actually doing something, and by the time this gets uploaded I will have missed the last video I was supposed to post because I'm just like an absolute wreck, for lack of a better word. I have my chai latte. Starbucks, sponsor me, please, I'm begging, that'd be so good. No, but I did a poll on Twitter and Instagram, and I was like, should I make a video about mental health or sexuality? And sexuality overwhelmingly won. And so I was kind of thinking that I don't want to talk about like everybody else's sexuality because I can't speak for like the rest of like the community and whatnot. I can't speak for like men or other women or really anyone. I can't speak for anyone. I don't know why I'm like throwing in like specifics. Like I can't speak for anyone really other than myself. So I thought I'd just talk about like my experience, how I knew, how I came out, like all that sort of fun stuff that goes into being a gay woman in this wonderful year of 2019. So for me, always kind of connected better with women. I kind of knew what was going on better with them. I was always more comfortable with them. I was always able to have easier conversations with them. I've just always been more comfortable around women, and I really never thought anything of that. Like I dated boys until my senior year of high school. I never really thought anything of it until around 7th grade. I started, like, for lack of a better word, checking out girls. Like I was like looking them up and down and being like, I like what you got going on. But like in my head, I had convinced myself that I was comparing myself to these other girls, that I wasn't like looking at them in a romantic aspect. I was comparing my body to their body or my personality to their personality, stuff like that. So it never really occurred to me that like I was like having a crush on girls, really, because it was so in my head that like I liked boys. And at the time I really did think I liked boys. I think it's because I didn't really know anything other than that. When I was a freshman in high school, rumors started going around about me. They were, people were just being, you know, she's a lesbian, like all this stuff. Like people were talking about it, and it had gotten back to me. And there's actually this really funny tweet that like I look back on now and like it just did not age well. I had tweeted, it's something along the lines of, I'm not a lesbian, not that my sexuality is any of your business. Just to like that extent. Every so often I'll quote it and I'll be like, this is hilarious now, because like it's really funny to me that I ever thought I was straight. So my freshman year, these rumors started going around, and by my sophomore year I had come out as bisexual. And this was because I still felt that I liked men. I was still dating men, boys, I guess, at that age. And I'd never dated a woman, I'd never been with a woman, so I didn't really have anything else to go off of. Around my senior year, I met a girl and we started dating, and I really got to know her and I fell in love with this girl. I did love her, and once I had been in that relationship, I kind of knew that there was no going back for me. I didn't really want to be with men. I didn't really have any interest in being with men. I wanted to be with girls. I wanted to end up with, you know, a wife someday. Like I just had no interest in being with men. I still struggled a lot with it because I wasn't sure if I felt that I was completely a lesbian because I am a lesbian or because of past trauma. After that relationship ended my senior year, summer after senior year, I did some experimenting around, and I just kind of like dated a couple boys and like just like fooled around and like figured out what I liked, what I didn't. And at the end of that, I came to the conclusion that like I really just like girls, like that's really what it is, and I'm just more comfortable with them. I'm more excited about talking to them, being with them. Like everything about being with a girl just makes so much more sense to me than being with a man ever would be. I can't say for me, this is why I don't like putting the label like I'm a lesbian on it, because I don't like the idea of having a label. And so when people ask, like I tell them I like girls or that I'm gay, I don't really ever refer to myself as a lesbian or anything, because the thing is, I would never look for love in a man, but if love somehow found me and it was a he, I wouldn't throw that aside. I wouldn't just ignore it. But I really don't think that's ever gonna be something that I have to deal with, so like I'm pretty sure I'm fine. But it is something that that I have like struggled with, and like I don't know if it's like a compulsory heterosexuality thing or if it's just I don't know. I really don't know. I couldn't explain it to you any better than that. Coming out! Okay, this is actually really funny. So I came out to all my friends, and every single one of them were like, we know, like we've been new. And that was the funniest thing in the whole world to me, because I didn't know. And I was so, like, I was kind of so angry at them, because the guys I had dated were like kind of, and I was like, so you let me date all those terrible boys, and you didn't once think to tell me that I might be gay? Like, you didn't think about it? And they're like, no, like, you needed to come to your own conclusion. And I was like, that's fair, but know that I'm mad. Like, know that I'm definitely not happy about it. When I came out to my mom, I was going on the first date with my high school girlfriend my senior year, and I didn't drive at the time. I didn't get my license till I was 19. I didn't drive. And I was having my mom drive me to a sushi restaurant to see this girl. And she was like, so you're really dressed up for hanging out with a friend? And I was like, okay. So I look at my mom and I'm like, I have to tell you something. And she was like, what? And I was like, I think I'm gay. And she was like, Athena, I know. And I was like, what? And she was like, this was her example. I was like, how did you know? And this is what she said. She said, Athena, you used to bring me magazines and you didn't want me to look at the stuff in the magazines. You wanted me to look at the women. And that just cracks me up. Like, from a young age, I guess, like, I was pretty, people knew, is what I'm saying, which is really funny to me, because I'm not, like, the stereotypical lesbian. I'm very feminine, I'm very, girly, I'm very, you wouldn't know until I open my mouth kind of thing. And with my dad, when I came out to him, because we live in two different households, so my mom lives over here, my dad lives over here, my stepdad had a field day with it. He thought it was the funniest thing in the world, which, like, I wasn't mad about. He was just like, that's, like, good for you, but, like, know that I'm gonna make all the jokes. And I was like, honestly, go for it. I love gay jokes. I love them. I make them all the time. All my friends, it's great. When I came out to my dad, I made my therapist do it because I was horrified. And I don't know why I was so scared, because the entire time I was growing up, he raised me in a very loving environment. He raised me in such a way to love and appreciate everyone, regardless of, you know, their race, sexuality, religion, anything like that. He raised me to love and care for people and to respect them regardless of how they are or how they identify or anything like that. And he always told me growing up, it's okay if you like girls. Like, he told me that all the time. And so, like, in my head, this man had to know. Like, if he was saying, like, if he was saying all the time to me that it's okay if I like girls, it made sense in my brain that he already knew. But when I came out to him, it was me, my therapist, and him in the office. And my therapist was, like, guiding the conversation. And I finally said it with my words. And he was shocked. He had no idea. And he wasn't mad or anything. He was very like, that's okay. Like, I love you and I support you and, like, you're fine. Like, it's cool, like, whatever. But he was so shocked, and it was so funny to me. He had no idea. Even in the slightest, he had no idea. And that just cracks me up. And I'm really grateful, and I'm very aware that, like, I'm very privileged to have, like, a family that's been so, like, accepting, and loving about it, and who, like, I know that, like, they're not gonna take anyone giving shit for it. Like, if anyone says anything about it, they deal with it. They immediately, like, shut it down. And even with my extended family, when I came out, most of them have been really supportive. There's been a couple of them that I just haven't told on the premise of I know they're not gonna like it, and I don't wanna, like, do that to the family. And I guess since I'm out here putting it on the internet all the time, they're gonna find out anyway. But I don't know, I'm lucky enough to say that I grew up in an environment where it was very welcoming and very caring and very loving to the fact that I like girls. And for me, it was a really easy thing to go from dating men to dating women. It was a very smooth and easy transition for me. The high school I went to wasn't that bad about it. I didn't really get any comments, but there was a lot of looks that me and my girlfriend at the time had got. There were a lot of looks that me and my girlfriend at the time had gotten, but nobody really ever said anything, nobody really ever did anything. It was just like a weird look every now and then. And so I guess the point of this is I just wanted to like share like some of me with you, and like that's like a very like personal but also very public thing for me, because I'm very open about the fact that I like women. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say on that, is that, you know, your sexuality isn't the entirety of who you are, and if people treat you differently because of it, it's because they're a piece of sorry, homophobes, get out, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's really it. Like, that's all I have to say. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, give it a comment, like, subscribe. I'll link all my socials down in the description box below. Thanks so much. Bye.